Les Aventures de Mauvais Bête.
Bonjour, my name is Giorgio. I have been given the splendid task of sharing this unbelievably epic tale of love and seduction. This is Bad Betty. Born on the rough and tumble Rue de Cofax, Bad Betty is one bad broad. In her free time, Bad Betty enjoys dancing to vintage records. And painting graffiti. Contrary to popular belief, Bad Betty is quite intelligent. She speaks French.
Je parle français.
She finds great amusement in reading sophisticated books, especially classic publications such as the dictionary. In fact, this is her most favorite book of all.
My favorite book is the dictionary. I find it amusing.
For Betty, life is mostly good. The one thing missing from her life is companionship. Betty never thought she would ever find the perfect lover.
I don't ever think I find the perfect lover.
One day, while painting graffiti, Bad Betty laid her eyes on Neil. Straight-laced Neil. Neil, true to popular belief, is extremely intelligent. An inspiring nuclear physicist, he enjoys drinking milk, and wouldn't dream of ever touching a cigarette.
I wouldn't ever dream about touching a cigarette.
Bad Betty, being smitten and all, knows she has no choice but to seduce Neil.
Bonjour.
Bonjour?
Cigarette?
No thanks.
Whiskey?
No thanks.
Graffiti?
I gotta go.
Unfortunately for Bad Betty, Neil was impervious to her feminine mystique. But Betty has been looking for the perfect man for a very long time, and she is determined to make Neil her lover. Contemplating her perfect love, Bad Betty is not sure what she will do to her champion Neil. Suddenly, Bad Betty has an idea.
J'ai une idée.
Bad Betty will give herself a metamorphose beauté. With her metamorphose complete, Bad Betty was ready to seduce Neil again.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Milk.
Yes, I would like some milk.
I'm Betty.
Nice to meet you, Betty. You know, you look kind of familiar.
I know this is crazy, but I'm mad for you.
Really? Thanks, I think.
Come on, let's walk.
And so began the courtship between Neil and Bad Betty. Over time, the pair became closer and closer. Neil, caught in the throes of love, felt complete. Bad Betty was ecstatic that she had finally found the perfect lover. And yet Bad Betty still only felt mostly complete. Deep down, Betty knew that these days of milk and roses would have to end. After all, Bad Betty is one bad broad. Who wrote this shit?
In bad habits.